Once upon a time in Coyoacán, Mexico, on July 6, 1907, a remarkable artist was born. Her name was Magdalena Carmen Frida Kahlo y Calderón. But the world would come to know her simply as Frida Kahlo. Her childhood was marked by curiosity and a fiery spirit. Frida Kahlo's childhood was both colorful and challenging. Her father, Wilhelm Kahlo, was a photographer, and her mother came from a family of mixed Mexican and Spanish heritage. When Frida was just 6 years old, she contracted polio, a disease that left her with a limp in her right leg. This early experience of illness and physical discomfort would later influence her art and her sense of identity. Frida was a spirited and independent child. She was known for her strong-willed personality and love of adventure. She enjoyed activities like swimming and exploring the outdoors, often defying gender norms for girls of her time. As a child, Frida spent time in her father's photography studio, where she developed an early fascination with art and photography. This exposure to creativity would have a profound impact on her artistic development. Frida attended a German school in Mexico City, where she learned about literature, philosophy, and various artistic styles. She also became involved in political and intellectual circles, which would later influence her activism and art. One of the most significant events of Frida's childhood occurred when she was 18 years old. She was involved in a devastating bus accident that left her with life-altering injuries. This accident marked a turning point in her life. It broke her back, collarbone, ribs, and pelvis, leading her to pursue art as a means of coping with her physical and emotional pain. During her recovery, Frida started to paint. It was like therapy for her. She used her art to show her pain and emotions. You'd often see her in her paintings, wearing Mexican dresses and with a unique unibrow. She loved using bright and bold colors in her art. This was the start of Frida Kahlo's journey as an artist, where she used her paintings to express her feelings and tell her story to the world. Frida Kahlo's life was a mix of artistic exposure, personal challenges, and a strong sense of independence. These early experiences would shape her into the iconic artist she would become, as she channeled her life's joys and struggles into her remarkable body of work. Art was like a friend to Frida Kahlo during tough times. After her bad accident, painting became her way of dealing with her pain and emotions. She used art to tell everyone how much her body hurt after the accident. She painted her pain for the world to see. Painting let her get rid of her feelings like anger and sadness. Frida liked to paint herself, especially in Mexican clothes. It helped her understand who she was and celebrate her Mexican heritage. Her art was like talking to people. She shared her personal stories, what she believed in, and how important women were. Making art was like a kind of medicine. It helped Frida Kahlo feel better inside and gave her a way to tell her story to the world. Frida Kahlo's paintings were like a diary of her suffering. She would often paint herself with tears, bruises, or even nails piercing her skin, to show the world just how much pain she felt after her terrible accident. Her art was a way to let people understand the physical agony she endured. And it also allowed her to release some of the emotional pain that was inside her. In a way, her paintings were like messages to the world, saying, "This is what I've been through, and this is how it feels." It was her unique and powerful way of sharing her pain with others. As Frida Kahlo painted her pain for the world to see, something incredible happened. People looked at her art and felt a connection. They could see the suffering she went through, and it made them empathize with her. Through her paintings, she found a way to make her pain relatable. And it brought her a sense of comfort. It was like turning her struggles into something beautiful and meaningful. Her art started to gain attention, and it was the beginning of her journey to becoming famous. People were moved by the way she expressed her pain and emotions through her paintings. What made Frida's art so special was its ability to connect with people. Her pain became their pain, and her strength in the face of suffering inspired many. People saw themselves in her art, and it touched their hearts. Frida didn't just paint her pain. She used her art to communicate powerful messages. She addressed important issues, like feminism and the rights of indigenous people, making her paintings even more impactful. Frida Kahlo's fame continued to grow, and her art touched people all over the world. She became an iconic figure not only for her talent, but also for her ability to connect with the human experience. Her journey as a renowned artist was just beginning. Her paintings carried messages of empowerment and social justice. Frida Kahlo passed away when she was 47 years old, because of a problem in her lungs. It happened when a clot blocked a blood vessel in her lungs. This can be very serious, and Frida had faced many health issues during her life, which made her more vulnerable. Her death was a sad moment, but her art and her story still inspire many people today. Her art remained relevant and influential. Frida Kahlo's journey was not just about fame. It was about the universal power of art to heal. Her paintings resonated with people from all walks of life, and her ability to connect on a deep emotional level was unparalleled.